The end that doesn't look like an end. What if the reason nothing fits anymore is because it was never meant to last? What if the confusion you're feeling is not a sign that you're lost, but proof that you're finally waking up? Because endings don't always arrive with clarity. They arrive with discomfort, with disorientation, with a quiet inner voice that whispers, "This version of your life is complete." If you're seeing this message right now, it's not by accident. Something inside you already knows. Your old life is ending. And that ending, as frightening as it feels, is the doorway to your rebirth. When nothing fits anymore, there comes a moment when the life you built starts to feel unfamiliar. Not wrong, just hollow. The routines you followed on autopilot no longer satisfy you. The conversations you once tolerated now drain you. The goals you chased for years suddenly feel meaningless. You still show up, you still function, you still smile when expected. But inside, something has shifted. You feel disconnected from who you used to be, yet unsure of who you're becoming. And this is the most unsettling part. You can't go back, but you don't know where forward leads yet. This in-between space is where many people panic. They try to recreate the old version of themselves. They cling to familiar roles. They force motivation that no longer exists. They tell themselves, "I just need to try harder." But effort doesn't fix an expired identity. What you're experiencing is not failure, it's transition. Why identity collapse happens? When a life chapter ends, it rarely ends gently. It ends through collapse. Psychology has a name for this: identity disintegration, the breakdown of self-concepts that no longer align with your inner truth. Carl Jung described this phase as the beginning of individuation, the painful but necessary death of the false self, the self built from conditioning, from expectations, from survival strategies, from who you had to be to belong. When consciousness expands, those old structures can't hold anymore, so they crack. And when they crack, you feel lost, empty, unmotivated, emotionally raw, disconnected from your old desires. But this isn't regression, this is shedding. You cannot become who you're meant to be while remaining who you were. The collapse is not the enemy. The collapse is the initiation. The metaphor of the cocoon. Think of a caterpillar inside a cocoon. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. From the inside, everything is dissolving. The caterpillar doesn't transform smoothly. It breaks down completely. Its old form liquefies before a new one emerges. This is the stage you're in. Your old beliefs are dissolving. Your old motivations are fading. Your old identity is losing its grip. To your mind, this feels terrifying. But to your soul, this is sacred. You are not meant to stay who you were. You are meant to emerge. Why confusion is a sign of alignment. One of the greatest misconceptions is that spiritual growth brings instant clarity. In truth, clarity comes after confusion. Confusion is the mind catching up to a reality the soul has already accepted. Your soul moves first. Your life rearranges second. Your mind understands last. That gap between inner knowing and outer understanding is where confusion lives. And that's exactly where you are now. You may feel like your values are shifting. Your tolerance for inauthenticity is gone. You can't fake enthusiasm anymore. You don't recognize yourself in old environments. This doesn't mean you're lost. It means you've outgrown something that once defined you. An outgrowing feels like grief before it feels like freedom. The fear of losing everything. Let's be honest for a moment. When your old life begins to end, fear rushes in quickly and loudly. Fear of losing stability. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of having no clear direction. Fear of starting over from nothing. Your mind starts to question everything. What if I'm making a mistake? What if this isn't transformation, but laziness or failure? What if I let go and regret it later? These thoughts feel convincing. They sound logical. They demand your attention. But here is the truth. Your fear will never tell you you are not losing everything. You are losing what cannot come with you. You are not being stripped of your life. You are being unburdened. The universe never removes something without a reason or purpose. It only removes what has finished its role, what no longer supports the person you are becoming. What is leaving now is not your future. It is what blocks your next chapter. The philosophical truth of endings. In nature, nothing holds its form forever. Leaves fall, seasons change, stars collapse to be reborn as something else. Endings are not failures of creation. They are requirements of evolution. Stoic philosophy teaches that suffering comes from resisting what must change. Spiritual traditions teach that death is not an opposite of life. It is part of life. Your old life ending is not a punishment. It is a return to alignment. You are being redirected toward a path that matches who you are becoming, not who you once needed to be. Signs. Your old life is ending. Let's name the signs clearly, without fear and without doubt. Your old life is ending if you feel emotionally detached from goals that once defined you and no longer stir anything inside. You can't force motivation anymore, no matter how hard you try to care the way you used to. Relationships feel misaligned. Conversations feel shallow. Connections feel heavier than they once did. You crave solitude and silence, not from sadness, but from a deep need to hear yourself again. Your intuition feels louder than logic, guiding you in ways your mind cannot fully explain yet. You feel called towards something you can't name, but can't ignore. You feel like you're standing in between lives, no longer who you were, not yet who you're becoming. These are not symptoms of collapse. They are not signs that something is wrong. These are symptoms of rebirth. Your old self is slowly releasing control, so your true self can finally emerge. The reframe. From loss to liberation. Here is the shift that changes everything. Stop asking, what am I losing? And begin asking instead, what is trying to be born? Loss feels heavy when you believe the past was your final destination. But when you realize the past was only preparation, a training ground, a necessary chapter, everything begins to change. Your old life was not wasted. It taught you, it strengthened you, it shaped you, and it brought you exactly here. But it cannot carry you forward. You are being invited to step into a higher alignment, one that matches who you are becoming, not who you had to be. And invitations like this rarely arrive gently. They often arrive disguised as endings. What happens when you stop resisting? The moment you stop fighting the ending, something shifts. Your nervous system relaxes. Your intuition strengthens. Your energy begins to reorganize. You may not see the new path yet, but you feel lighter. Space opens, and into that space, new ideas begin to form. New connections appear. New desires awaken, not rushed, not forced, naturally. You stop chasing, you start allowing. This is where the rebirth begins. The portal moment. There's a moment, quiet, subtle, almost unnoticeable, when you realize, I can't go back. And instead of panic, instead of fear rushing in, there is relief, a deep, unexpected exhale. Because going back would require shrinking yourself, returning to a version of you that no longer fits. And you can't unsee what you've already seen. You can't forget what you've already felt. You can't unlearn the truths that have awakened inside you. This is the portal moment. The old world slowly dissolves behind you, fading without drama, losing its grip. The new world has not fully formed ahead, its shape still unclear, its details still hidden. And so you stand between worlds, between who you were and who you are becoming. And this space, as uncertain, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar as it feels, is sacred. It is the doorway to your next timeline. It will feel like your new life will not look like a sudden miracle. It will not arrive with dramatic changes or instant certainty. It will feel like alignment. You will notice less forcing, less pushing, less proving, less trying to make things happen. Life will begin to respond more naturally to you. There will be more clarity, not because everything is explained, but because your inner voice grows quieter and steadier. You'll feel deeper peace, not the kind that depends on perfect circumstances, but the kind that stays with you even in uncertainty. Your boundaries will become stronger, not out of fear, but out of respect for your own energy. Your relationships will feel truer, more honest, more aligned, and no longer draining. You will carry a quieter confidence, one that doesn't seek approval or need to be seen. And beneath everything, there will be a sense of inner guidance, a calm feeling that you are being led, even when the path ahead is still unfolding. You will still face challenges, but they won't consume you, because you will no longer be living out of survival. You will be living out of truth. You were meant to be here. If this message resonates, it's because you are not alone in this transition. Even if it feels isolating at times, you are not walking this path by accident. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are shedding an old skin, an identity that once protected you, but can no longer hold who you are becoming. And shedding always feels like loss before it feels like freedom. It feels uncomfortable, uncertain, and unfamiliar until you realize you are slowly suffocating inside it. Your old life is ending because it has done its job. It brought you to this point. And now, something more aligned, something truer, quieter, and more spacious is waiting to begin. The end begins. Take a slow breath. Here is the truth your soul already knows. You are not losing your life. You are reclaiming it. You are not falling apart. You are breaking open. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And this ending, this discomfort, this confusion is not the end. It is the beginning. If this message touched something inside you, place your hand on your heart and whisper softly, I allow the ending. I trust the rebirth. And if this resonated, like and subscribe. Not for the algorithm, but for your own alignment, your own remembering, your own becoming. Your old life is ending, and what comes next is more honest, more expansive, and more you than anything you are leaving behind.